Rebecca Valcarcel, and I walked the Camino de Santiago in July 2021. Should you keep a journal? This is a question I really wondered about before I went on Camino. And for some of you, you've already answered this question for yourself. You're like, oh, of course I'm keeping a journal. And other people are thinking, no, no way. I don't care about writing anyway. I don't want to carry a heavy book and a pen and never mind. But here's some thoughts that I'll just tell you my experience. I did carry this little paper journal. It's super light. It's a staple bound, set of pages. Here's a page. I found that I wrote, there were like one side has lines and the other side has no lines. So I guess you could like draw or something, but I just kept writing, pretending there were lines. But when you think about a paper journal, think in terms of really small and light. Of course, if you're like a journal aficionado and you have your perfect, system, hooray for you. But if you just want to jot down some notes, you can buy these in like sets of 3 and they're super cheap. I might have gotten these from Amazon. I don't know. I was on Camino I had a 2-week trip. I was actually walking 10 days, but I journaled every day, and I still only used half of this little, tiny, slim journal. I didn't write a whole lot. I mean, everyone's different, but something this small would be enough, unless you're going to really write in great detail. Also, I found that when I got home, it was really nice to be able to look back and see things that I definitely wouldn't have remembered, like people's names, particular like food names, things that aren't part of my daily life. I was really glad, like small observations and small thoughts I had, that I wrote them down because I would have forgotten. Another thing I did though is take a few notes on my phone. So as I was walking, I didn't necessarily want to get out a pen and my little journal. And I had the journal inside of a lock sack. These are like Ziploc bags, but they're a lot more reliable in terms of like not letting water in. So I kept important things like my passport, my credential in this lock sack, and I have a bigger one as well where I kept some maps and a ripped up guidebook, just the pages that I needed, and my itinerary, which I typed out ahead of time, mostly for Madrid, honestly, and some like before and after stuff, but a few things about the Camino itself too. And I had those, but I didn't always want to get out my lock sack and my pen and everything. So I used my phone. So remember, you've got the Notes app on your phone or something like it, and you obviously have audio and video on your phone. So you can leave yourself a little video message. You obviously you might be filming some portions, but you could also use the phone as a little journal. So in addition to like recording it for the memories to show other people, you might just do a little video that's just you for you, like talking to yourself that you never plan to share at all. So those are ways that you can journal without actually sitting down to write. However, when you get to the albergue and you're finally like clean, maybe you took a shower, you're like not hot anymore, you've had something to eat, you're relaxing, it's a perfect time to write down a few thoughts about the day or something that struck you. I promise you won't remember it all. You will just not remember it all, because when I go back through my journal, and like I said, I didn't write down a lot of detail, but when I go back through it, it brings the experience so freshly to mind, so vividly into my memory. I am glad I did it. Yeah. So there's my thoughts about journaling on the Camino. I think at least a note or two a day, whether it's audio, video, or written, is really worthwhile. And, even 5 minutes will give you a little taste of the Camino that you can get a whiff of again later, years later, when you want to recreate that wonderful memory. Okay, so there's my ideas about that. And I hope you have a lovely Camino someday, or that you have had lovely Caminos, and that you get to go again if that's your heart's desire. Buen Camino.